All right, for the TRU challenge coming up here at the gym. This is mostly for the gear folks, or I guess if you're a competitor looking to see what's going on, or any of the other volunteers, but mostly for the gear folks that'll be putting the gear out and placing it and so forth. What I had planned on doing, and it should work, is, let me pull up this picture right here. So this right here is our gym. So let me back it up a tiny bit. Make sure the volume's off. Yep. So when you walk in, I've got some areas taped off. So right here in the beginning, you see these. I'm gonna have all of this taped off, but these two boxes right here are where I want to put or pre-stage equipment. And then we're going to bring it into this lane. So this would be lane 1, and the one over there is lane 2. Okay, that being said, lane 1, lane 2, and this is the midpoint of that lane. All right, let me go through some of what the equipment would look like. So this is everything that we would need. We're gonna get all of that out and try to place it all in that box. I think it'll work, maybe, maybe not. The very first workout, there's gonna be the rig, obviously is right there. We're gonna hang rings up. Maggie said I must, well, let's see, can I get a picture of that? Let's see if we get a little bit further. Yeah, you can sort of see it. Right there. Okay. So every lane has got 2 rig sections. I'm just going to hang the rings to the left, and no real reason why it's left or right. She just said pick something, put them up there. If it's in the way, people can just move them. That's up to them. Just pick a spot and put them up there. So I know not all the rig sections are equal, and there's nothing I can do about that. So, you know, if you want to, there'll be weights right here, so you can pick them up and put them over there to get a step up or something, right? And there's multiple options, so you'll have several things to pick from. But anyway, you'll have a pull-up bar, you'll have the rings that'll be hung, they'll have a 40-inch from the ground to the bottom of the ring, and then a piece of tape along the bottom. I haven't done that yet, but I'll get there. And so what you do as a gear is pull out a box and a bucket of chalk. So the first workout is double unders. They should have their own rope. We do have ropes you guys can borrow, but they have their own rope, pull-ups and box overs. So really the only thing that has to go out there is the box and some chalk. If they want to move it around and put stuff in a different place, I guess I don't care. I feel like it should be staged the same for everybody. I guess I should ask that question. Can they move their gear around? The answer is I don't know. I think it should be like similar-ish, but I get there could be some inconveniences if you're using one box versus another box or something. Okay, so that work all happened. We got heat 1, heat 2, heat 3. All those guys are done. We have 8 lanes, so there's boom, boom, boom. Everyone does their thing. And then we go, there is a break. Those scores will be entered. While those scores are being entered, we can put in the next set of gear. So the next workout here, WOD 2, is, let's see, there it is right there, is 7 minutes for a complex. And they have to declare the bar ahead of time. So we will have 2 bars out there, this 45-pound bar and the 35-pound bar. Pick whichever one you want. You got to pick one, and then you start loading it and do your thing. They're only going to have time to maybe like do 2 or 3 lifts. So they should be pre-warmed up. This isn't a warm up and go. This is a throw it on, get 1, and know what it is, and then get 2, right? And they're going to be using the same bar, so most likely one partner will tap out and be like, that's all I could do, and then the other one will do 1 more, something like that. Anyway, we're going to stage a bunch of plates, so 4 45s in case they can go that heavy, 2 25s, 2 15s, 4 10-pound plates, 5-pound, 2.5, and then we'll put some clips out there in the bucket of chalk. What I'm going to do there, have you guys do, is this. So I want to put the weight right here, so we're going to like line it up right there. And then lane 1, the bar will be on this side. Lane 2, the bar will be on the other side. The reason for that is in case they like lose control of the bar, it doesn't bounce anybody. So it's heavy, we'll have space. Why not use the space? If you guys want to change it around and say, hey, the plates are here, you lift on this side, and then the plates are down there, and you lift on this side, right? So that's fine too. The idea though is we stagger it to get people, out of the way so that they don't get smashed or something by accident. Okay, so that would be workout 2. The gear would I think all the gear can fit right here, and we just put it out. And when they're done for that workout, we put it back where it's supposed to go in the gym. Or move it off to the side or something. So there's there'd be a rower sitting out there waiting to go. That's going to be super awkward and annoying, but the rowers will be right there. So in the third workout, they're going to, let's pull that one up right here. So they have got row, wall ball, and sit up. This is maybe the most gear intensive. So it'll be rower, ab mat, and then wall ball. And we'll put them down the way. They can only have 1 ab mat. But here it lies the kind of issue. We have a lot of wall balls. I make it easy and just put one type of wall ball, the 10, 14, and 20, in every lane, though not every lane needs it. So, for example, if you're looking at this, lane 1 and 2, by the way I set it up, they don't need a 14-pound wall ball. And then lane 6, 7, and 8 don't need a 20-pound wall ball. We have enough we can do it. It would just, I guess, I don't know, whichever way we prefer to do it. Right here, I did set it up so that you would see. So this is the gear that would go in lane 1 and gear in lane 2. But when it comes to specifically the wall ball, you'll notice lane 1 has 10 or a 20-pounder, a 10, and a 10. Oh, you can see that. And then lane 2, same thing. Lane 3 is close, and I'll have the 14, and then the 14 and 20 because there's a mixed group, and then the 10. And the same thing right here. Actually, let me copy and paste that right there so it has the and symbol. 14 and 20, 14 and 20. So I try to keep the heats similar with regards to who you're working out next to so that, it's fun to work out against people in your division. The only weird problem is I think I have 7 10-pound wall balls, which is perfect for heat 3. But that would mean that one of these wall balls has to get moved like back and forth. Again, it's fine. These guys could just share it. Like, hey, I don't know, lane 6 doesn't need it right here. And so it gets the 10-pound wall ball, and then they give it over to lane 7. Not a big deal. It's just a thing. So anyway, that's what the wall balls would go out there like. And then all that gear would get put up, and then we would go to the last workout, WOD number 4. And let me change the name right there, WOD 4. So you got heats 1, 2, and 3 in the lanes. So we already had the gear out there, right? So we put some of this away, but not all of it because we need it again right there. So we're going to pre-make 3 types of bars. A 75-pound bar, a 55-pound bar. See a 55 right here and a 55 right here, and then a 35-pound bar. Yes, that does mean if you're a male doing 55 pounds, you're going to use a 35-pound bar. That's okay because it needs plates on the side, and you have to be able to jump over it. And so a bear bar wouldn't work. So the 55-pounder will be a 35-pound bar and 2 10s. The 35-pound bar, the 35-pound one that you're snatching will be a 15-pound bar with a 10 on each side. I know, kind of confusing, but that way all of it's out there. And if you look at the gear and like what we need, lanes 1 and 2 will never have a 35-pound bar for the same reasons that it doesn't have a 14-pound wall ball up there. And then lane 6, 7, and 8 won't have the heavier bar because they don't need it. They're just same thing. There's not anybody doing that level of workout, right? So would it be intermediate male? There isn't one in those lanes. Okay, so that's the gear. And then, of course, when it's over, we'll put everything away and then do the awards, and that'll be it. So, yeah, that's how the gear is going to work. It's going to go out there. The idea is we've got a lot of space where we're only running 8 lanes. I could potentially have, like, smushed it some more, but I didn't want to. I wanted space. Also, with only 8 with 8 heats, we only have 3. With 8 lanes, we only have 3 heats per workout, which means it goes kind of fast, which means I had to build in extra time to ensure everyone had 60 minutes from the last possible moment they could work out to the next possible moment they could start another workout. So they have 60 minutes. Okay, so hopefully that makes some sense, and we'll see you guys. Either we're doing a walkthrough Thursday night at 7 p.m. or Friday night at 6 p.m. or come to the gym before the, what I say, be there at Saturday, 7 a.m., and we'll do the walkthrough again. This way everyone will know what's going on. If you're a judge, pre-read this stuff that I attach because you're going to want to see the standards. There's a few things in there that are like, oh, okay, that's a little bit different, but it makes sense. And you'll see that in there. All right, guys, looking forward to it. It should be a blast.